Alright then guys, I'm going to show you the Thomas Tuchel tactic. With him joining England, and we know how he's now going to play, he likes to use that 3-4-3. Now, there's different ways to set it up, but there's only a slight change in both. I'm going to show you both versions of it, and I'm going to be honest with you, these tactics aren't absolutely perfect for this Chelsea team. So as you can see, we're using a Chelsea team and won the league 99 points, only lost 3 times, and also got knocked out in the FA Cup final, sorry, the Carabao Cup final and the Champions League final, both to Man City, obviously arguably the best team around him really, and obviously won the FA Cup, but did absolutely breeze the league. Now that comes at a cost of a lot of things. What I'll do is I'll show you some of the stats on here as well. So as we see here, attacking wise, obviously 3 goals a game. In terms of, you got a lot of dribbling, shots 19, so just under 20 shots a game. This is a team that's predicted to finish 6th. As you all know, Chelsea have their problems with their team, not a perfect team, but this is a pretty solid tactic. Defensively, it is 0.92, so it's not the greatest, but for a free back, this is about as good as it gets. Obviously, the other version will have a slight difference, but let me show you the actual tactics to this first version. So, as we come over here, the first version, it's set up like this. As you can see, the flat 3, flat 4, and then 2 here as well. They don't have wingers. This is the whole conversation with like Saka, where's he going to fit into this, because he likes to play almost 2 behind the striker. He likes these 2 in here, and I've got them both set as attacking mids here as well, and this is the general tactic of it. As we can see here, play out from defense. We do have it on attacking, want nice and wide, so then wide mids can really have space. We want to create that space, so we're going to pass into space, play out, standard passing, and also higher tempo. Run at defense and be more expressive, and we want that low crossing as well. That will depend on what kind of striker you have kind of spearheading this, but for me here, that's what we use. Counter press, counter, slow pace down. We want to allow this shape to actually build up. Usually I don't actually use that, but for this tactic, when you watch Tuchel, he likes his teams to re-get the tempo unless they are going to counter, which is why we do have the counter system there as well. But unless he has that, he likes them to actually regain the system and then start to pick people apart. Quick little passing, fire it through. We don't necessarily have a shorter passing, it just needs to be quick little tempo passing, and then through we go. But we want to play out through them centre backs really as well, and then here we want a higher line, high press more often. If you are playing with a lesser team, you can actually pretty much use this system, probably change it to positive and literally just drop that down a little bit. I promise you that'll be absolutely fine. So if you're using a team that's kind of, say, championship but needs to be playoffs, so in and around that range, you can still use this tactic. It's going to be harder to use that tactic against much bigger teams. So if you come across a big team in the FA Cup or something, you are going to struggle a little bit, but generally this tactic will be absolutely fine. As you can see, in terms of goals, 46 goals for the striker, 24, 17, 17. It is an absolute joke. Let's see if I can get a full list of them all here for you as well. Yeah, 46 goals, 19 assists, 17 and 17, 24 there, and obviously you can see assists coming from these wide mids here as well. Obviously it's not perfect. I'm gonna stop using the word obviously, really need to get but honestly, this one here, you get goals from all over the place. You also get a lot of assists, a lot of creativity in game. It's very fluid as well. But what is the other tactic? Well, let me show you how you can tweak it slightly for the team when it's not at the standard it's at, because this Chelsea team is not up to proper standard, so it's hard to win Champions Leagues and stuff, but you can tweak that with a few small changes. So before I do, let me quickly just show you the player instructions. Keeper stays as they are, same as the back line, they all stay as they are. In terms of here, cross more often, run wide with the ball, stay wider. You want that on both your wide players. They need to make sure they create the width, and I want them to drive that ball up the pitch. This is obviously if you don't have the greatest fullbacks. Obviously these fullbacks can kind of just about fit into that system, so it's not too bad. But if you're in the kind of middle ground and you've got better wingers than you do have fullbacks, use this version, trust me, absolutely fine. In here as well, take fewer risks, shoot less often. Obviously you want him on defend, and then here as well, he just stays just as he is. Both attacking mids, take more risks, dribble more, shoot more often, and roam from position, and that again is both of them. You want them identical, you need this very balanced. And then pass it shorter, take more risks, dribble more, shoot more often, will be from your striker. Now you ask, what is the other way to do it? Well, the other way just involves a slight little change. Here it is. And here we are, here are the results of the other tactic. Now, as you can see, we do actually win the Champions League on this one. We do lose the FA Cup, but win the Carabao Cup, and still 99 points, but this time only losing one game away at Liverpool. Now, not a bad result if you're honest. This is a pretty solid tactic. As I said, it suits when your team's not quite up to scratch, when you haven't really built, obviously there's no transfers. This is just the Chelsea team that's predicted to finish 6th, taking over and dominating the Prem. Now, took a little bit of time to really tweak this, if I'm honest with you. It wasn't a first timer, but as I said, keep it honest, keep it real, but this is where I've got to. Kind of grafted it out, just in terms of the results, by the way, sorry, just to show you. Look at all the green, so much green. Only actually lost this game here in the Champions League against Real Madrid away, away to Spurs in the FA Cup, and away there. The rest of them won absolutely every other game. Beautiful. Now, when we look at what the players do here, stats wise in terms of there, you get obviously a lot here from your wing backs. Assist here, the goals are a lot more spread and the assists are a lot more spread. So obviously, as I said, wing backs are the difference. Here you go, have both wing backs on complete. I don't know why they've switched. There you go, both wing backs on complete fullbacks, complete wing backs, and that is the only difference. There's not really much else to it. In terms of actual tactics wise, let me show you. So here stays the same, but centre backs want to dribble less, shoot less often, and that is for all of them as well. This is a slight difference. This was just because they were getting caught on the ball a little bit, because it's a little bit more open in the middle, so there's less options. Before we had someone on defend, everyone kind of felt that they were right on each other in terms of the middle. I don't know why, but because you've got these two that are both closer, but don't ask questions. As I told you, took a few attempts and we got this one absolutely flying. Here, take fewer risks, cross more often, run wide with the ball, shoot less often. That is obviously for both sides. Need that as well. Don't ask questions about it, just use it, then tell me it doesn't work once there as well, because I guarantee that won't happen. Deep line playmaker, just wanted to play more direct passes because he doesn't have somebody sat just slightly behind him now. Take fewer risks and cross less often. Ooh, hold position, and also cross and shoot less often as well. Really struggling with that. And then over here, take more risks, dribble more, roam from position, and same on the other side. And then striker just wants to pass it shorter, shoot more often. And then in terms of the actual tactic itself, everything, as you can see, is exactly the same. This is the way you want them to play. You want it exactly the same, you need it that way. And then as I said before, in terms of stats, worked absolutely perfectly. When we go over to this as well, you get a little less goals. I'm going to be honest with you, this one here, as I said, this is when your team's not quite up there. You're going to actually grind out a lot more results. So you do get less goals, but you have more shots a game. Make it make sense. Obviously, more dribbles, plenty more there as well on the ball. Defensively, you do concede an awful lot less at 0.61. That is a lot better. You're a lot more secure, obviously having more of a 5-back than a 3-back. But this is the way that he sets up. I don't know what else he's going to do. I don't know how he's going to mix it up, but this is how it is. If you want me to do any other one, comment down below which one you think I should do. There is a Discord. There's all sorts of links down in the channel description. There we go. Join them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.